What's good, guys? It's your boy Santi Lemonades. We are back. Today we're gonna be doing a bit of a podcast. We're gonna be talking about weightlifting. Um, so there's like this big concept that people believe what weightlifting is. People think weightlifting is going to the gym and lifting the heaviest weights you can find. You gotta lift up 500 pounds, 600 pounds. You gotta look big. They expect for you to I don't know, like they think they have the wrong concept of what weightlifting is, and it gets people discouraged from doing it because they think they're gonna go to the gym and they're gonna see all these people lifting 500, 600 pounds, and they know they're not able to, and they just get intimidated and they don't want to go anymore. They don't want to do this thing anymore. They also believe that if they weightlift, they're gonna get too big, they're gonna get swole, they're not gonna be able to. They don't want to look like that, and that's the wrong like concept of what weightlifting is. It's more than that. It's more than just looking big or lifting the heavy weights. It's very helpful for you. It keeps your body in shape, and there's more benefits, and we're gonna be talking about that later on in the video. But yeah. So today we're gonna be discussing the different types of workout, the different types of weightlifting. We're gonna be talking about injuries, all the different types of injuries you can get while weightlifting, and also we're gonna be talking about how to prevent these injuries. And from there, we're gonna be discussing the benefits of weightlifting. And some people don't think there are benefits rather than just looking good, but there's way more than just looking good. And then from there, we're gonna transition to how it's helped me, how it's weightlifting has helped me in the long run, how it's helping me right now, and how it's gonna help me in the future. So we're gonna start discussing about all these things and kind of clear up what weightlifting actually is. So to start off, we're gonna be talking about the types of weightlifting. So people, like the people like I said that think that they're gonna look big, people that think they're gonna look too ripped, they're gonna either have to lift heavy and stuff. There's different types. So of course we have powerlifting. Powerlifting involves of just training to lift heavy. They don't care how you look. It doesn't matter what you're doing. They just want to make sure they can lift the heaviest. There's many powerlifters out there that do that, and there's a thing for everyone. Some people they do bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is like sculpturing your body, trying to get yourself bigger, trying to get yourself big muscles, big arms, and they work piece by piece, muscle by muscle. And then from there we have like regular day-to-day weightlifting. And what does that involve? We have we're just making sure we're staying in shape, making sure we keep up with our bodies. We're gonna be doing like there's always the three main workouts, which is band, squats, and deadlift. And then from there it like breaks down to like smaller workouts that help the big workouts. So we have like dumbbell press, all the Smith machines. We got pull downs. Even pull-ups are considered weightlifting, body weights. You're lifting your body weight, and all these things help you, and all these things are beneficial to your body, and just help you. I don't know, get better, get your body better, feel better, look better, and you just have to get off of that comfort zone, and also that fear that you're gonna look too big, or that fear that there's a bigger guy in the gym and you're gonna get intimidated because the guy at the gym, honestly, the guy at the gym does not care that you're at the gym. A person that goes to the gym, they're there for themselves. They're there to do their workouts, do their thing, and they're not looking around. It's like, oh, that guy can only lift 20 pounds. Oh, look at that guy, he can only do 10 pounds. They don't care. People don't care, and people have to like really get that in their head, because people are so like focused that somebody's out to get them, somebody's out to like embarrass them, making fun of them. Like, no one cares. People are there to work out, people are there to do their thing, and that's your job to do. You have to go to the gym, do your own thing, work out by yourself. Don't worry about what others are doing. Don't worry that somebody's gonna tell you this or somebody's gonna tell you that. You do your own thing. But then from there, that's the next thing that people fear about weightlifting, and that is injuries. Injuries is one of the biggest fears of weightlifting. People think they're gonna get a muscle strain if they weightlift. They're gonna get tendonitis. They're gonna get fractures, hernias, and All these things can be prevented. And like anything you do, there's always a risk of injury. Whether it's your job, you're lifting too heavy, or you're focused so much on your computer you can strain your eyes. Either it's playing sports, football. There's so many injuries that can be involved in football, soccer, swimming, boxing, everything. There's injuries for everything, and people, they're kind of like look at weightlifting as something like, nah, I'm gonna get hurt. It happens everywhere. You can't live in fear. You can't live in fear of injury. You can't. But also you can't ignore injuries. You can't ignore the fact that you can get injured. And how do you prevent this? And that's where we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is how to prevent injuries while weightlifting. So one way that I always tell people when I work out at the gym, that I try to help at the gym, is make sure you warm up. Make sure you're stretching. And some people tend to just go to the gym, go straight to the bench, start lifting heavy as they can. They don't warm up. They don't go like light and too heavy. They don't go stretch. Nothing. Why? Because they're lazy. Either they're lazy or they're ego lifting. They think like, I don't need to work. I don't need to warm up. I don't need to stretch, bro. I've done this for so long. I don't need to do none of that. But that's wrong. You need to stretch. You need to warm up, because these things are what are keeping you from getting injured. You know, you can prevent many injuries. Why? What happens when you warm up? What happens when you stretch? When you stretch, you're stretching the muscles, making sure they're long and tight. Why? So whenever you work out, they're not stiff. They're not cold turkey, how a weightlifter calls it. They're ready. You already stretched them out. You already warmed them up. So whenever you do the weightlifting, it's not from like before you were just working, where you were just doing whatever you're doing and then go straight into like some rigorous workout. You gotta take things slow. You gotta warm up. And what happens when you warm up? You're warming up your muscles, keeping them warm, keep loosening them up. You're getting that blood flow going. You're getting the oxygen around your body. Everything helps for you not to get injured. And just people tend to just be lazy. People tend to just not take their time. It literally takes 10-15 minutes to warm up and stretch. And people just don't want to because they're too lazy to do it. So that's what we're gonna be talking. One of the main things about injuries. The next one, and this is one of the most important ones, and people like there's so many excuses to this, and it's your form. What about your form? When you bench, there's a specific form you gotta do. You gotta arch your back, stick your chest out, squeeze your back. There's form for everything. When you deadlift, you gotta make sure your back is straight. You can't arch your back. You gotta make sure you're keeping yourself together. And everything, there's a basic. It's like when you're building a house, right? When you're building a house, you need the infrastructure. You gotta start small. You can't just build the walls and stuff with no infrastructure, or else the house is just not gonna build. And from there, it's the same thing as when you work out. If you start off with your form, if you learn how to correct your form, you learn how to like do whatever you need to do, eventually you have this structure that even if you can't lift heavy, you have the structure to keep you from just not doing anything. The same as a house. If you have your structure, if something happens, or somehow when you're building the room, like something falls and stuff, the structure's still there, you can just build over it, and you're not messing anything up, and it's not gonna fall completely because you built that. And then that's what it is with weightlifting. You gotta make sure you do things properly, and you're not doing something that's gonna get you hurt. But what is the biggest excuse people use? Biggest excuse people are using about their form is they don't know how. They don't know how. Nobody taught me. I don't want to pay for a trainer. It's so expensive. What would I pay for a trainer? I don't need that. For what? I already know what I'm doing. No, you gotta let that pride go. You gotta just look out for help. Ask for help at the gym. Like I said, at the gym, people are not there to look for you. They're not there to look at you and just make fun of you, belittle you. They're there to work out. And I'm pretty sure if you go ask a person, like, hey, can you spot me real quick? Can you like show me how to do proper bench? I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. I'm telling you, more than 90% of the time, people are gonna say yes. They're gonna teach you. Why? Because everybody started somewhere. Everybody started with the light weights. Everybody started with not knowing how to do it. And That's what you guys need to do. You guys need to make sure you're building a structure, asking and stuff. And then also you have the biggest tool anyone can have, and that's internet. On the internet, you can look up on YouTube. You can go on YouTube, look up how to do a proper bench. It will give you so many different ways to improve your bench, so many ways to warm up, so many ways to like get your form straight, how to do a deadlift, how to do a squat. Anything you want to do, you can look it up on YouTube. If you don't have the money to pay for a trainer, go on YouTube, look up how do I improve in this. And yeah, if it literally tells you, I know 100% he's going to tell you start off with the light weights. Why? Because you're building that structure, you're building your form. So once you have that form perfectly mastered, you're gonna slowly get stronger, slowly adding more weights to it, slowly getting better, your form's looking good, you're avoiding all them injuries. And then also the accessories. Accessories are really important. One of the main accessories is the belt. Why the belt? Why do people wear? Have you guys seen those belts? The ones that big old belts people wear, and you think like, oh, what are you in your belt for? So yeah, of course, like once you're building the form, you have the form perfect. It's really hard for you to get injured, but as heavier you go, the more it's just, let's say you have 315 is one of like the average squats people could do, 315 pounds. But the thing is that you have 315 pounds on your back, on your shoulders, basically. It's gonna strain your body somehow. It's the weight is pushing you down, and as much as you have your back straight and stuff, it needs that support, and that's where the belt comes from. The belt's there to make sure your back is supported, make sure it's kept strong and stable, and you don't have to worry about, let's say, that it's just the weight's gonna bring you down, or the weight's not gonna let you like keep that stretch, and it helps you. It helps you prevent them injuries. But like I said, for everything there's an injury risk, but there's always ways to avoid it, and people have to let that fear go that they're gonna get hurt. They need to just get out of the comfort zone, go figure out how to do whatever you need to do to get yourself better. And then that's when we come to the benefits. So yeah, we're talking about how to prevent injuries, we're talking about all the different workouts, but why do people do this? Why do you need to do this? Weightlifting is super important for anyone. I believe a person that weightlifts 100%, their life expectancy grows, it gets better. You're gonna live better, you have a better quality of life. Why? Because when you weightlift, you're keeping yourself strong, you're keeping your muscles strong, healthy, you're not just getting bigger. And you gotta get that out of your head. Weightlifting does not get you just bigger. Weightlifting helps you stay in shape, helps you stay strong in muscle. And like, you don't have to get like super strong, like whoa, like I need to be swole. No, it helps you be stable. Because as you get older, your bone density and your muscle density just slows down. It goes slower. From the age of 65 to 80, your bone density goes down from 18 to 30%. Your muscle density does the same thing, 18 to 30%. So what happens as you get older? If you stop working out, if you stop doing all these things, your muscles are getting weaker, and that's how injuries happen as well. Old people, since they didn't keep up with their muscles and stuff, when they're walking, their muscles aren't strong enough to keep up with themselves. They're not strong enough to like be able to keep you walking. That's why people fall. The old people fall all the time. Fall down the stairs. They fall down. They're not able to lift things anymore. And if they do, they get heavy. Not they get heavy. They get hurt. And that's because they didn't keep up with their bodies. And that's what weightlifting helps you. It helps you maintain the bone density and the muscle density. Because when you're working out as you get older, you're keeping up with your muscles, and your muscles don't give up unless you give up on them. Your bones don't give up unless you give up on them. If it's not like I said, you lose 18 to 30% muscle density and bone density, but it doesn't happen. Like let's say you're mid working, all of a sudden like you start losing it. No, if you're working up, you're keeping up with it. You're keeping it going. You're making sure they're still going, because the bone's not gonna stop. They're not gonna start losing density unless you stop using it. Because if you keep on using it, your body knows they need to keep that density. They know they need to keep that muscle density, or else you will get hurt. Because your body's not going against you. Your body is always gonna do what's beneficial for you. But if you give up on your body, injuries are gonna happen. You're gonna fall down. You're not gonna be able to walk. You have those back problems, the knee problems, the muscle problems, because you didn't keep up with your body. And you know, there's other benefits. Of course, how you look. How you look is one of the better benefits. If you look good, you feel good. Your mental health is high. So many people that suffer depression and stuff. And honestly, I think when it comes to depression, you have to figure out how yourself to get yourself better. You have to. You have to get strong. You have to have that mentality that, okay, if I don't feel good right now, I'm not okay with myself. What do I need to do to get myself to that point? And one of the main benefits of weightlifting, if you look good, if you're in shape, if your face looks good, if your body looks good, if you're confident with your body, if you're confident with yourself, self-esteem is high and depression goes down. It just does naturally. If you feel good, if you look good, there's no way you won't be good mentally. And this is good. Another thing, if you want to look in the science way of it, when you weightlift, you get the blood flow going. You get the oxygen going. It goes to your brain. Stress usually happens because of the loss of oxygen in your brain. The blood flow in your brain is going really slow. You're barely getting there. But when you're working out, you're getting it going. You're getting everything going. Everything's a cycle. It keeps on going. It keeps on going. And you're getting better. Your mental health is growing. Is getting better. And people have to, they have to get themselves. They have to pick themselves up. People have to like, some people, I hear them say, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I can't go to the gym. It's too much work. I can't get up. I work all day. There's excuses for everything. And it's a talk. It's what you tell yourself. If you tell yourself you can't do it, you're not going to do it. You can't. There's no way. If you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to do it? Same thing if, with your mental health. If you don't think you look good, if you say, oh, I feel I'm ugly. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh no, I can't. If you're just so harsh on yourself and you just keep on telling yourself that you're not good enough and you can't do stuff, you're not good enough. You're not gonna be able to do it because you told yourself. You are your biggest judge and you told yourself that you can't do it, and that happens. You can't. You're not gonna be able to. And you know, I've already talked about how it helps. We talked about what it is and different types of doing it. But we're gonna talk about how it's helped me, right? So how has it helped me? Like what have I done? So start off with me. I was pretty fat when I was little. I used to get bullied a lot in school. I used to, I wasn't confident with myself. I didn't feel good. I didn't look good. My body I would look at myself. I would just feel disgusted with myself. But I found, I worked out. I started working out and stuff. I did sports. I did soccer, football, swimming, whatever. I tried to get myself in shape and stuff. But you get to a point when you get out of high school, when you get out of school, like, all of that, yeah, in the moment it was good. But what happens after? What happens after the teams are over? What happens after the sports or what happens after the game's over? Where are you at? Are you okay? Are you keeping up with yourself? Like whenever season's over in soccer or football, like are you keeping up with your soccer? Are you keeping up with your football? No, you're not. People don't. It's just a temporary thing they do. But sports are temporary for a lot of people. It's just in the meantime, just for them to have fun, to hang out with friends. But they're not viewing it as keeping up with your body. And then whenever I started weightlifting, I remember I was way skinnier. I was pretty skinny. After working out so much in soccer and stuff, I got really skinny. I'm super scrawny and stuff. I started weightlifting, and people at the gym community, they helped me so much. They helped me how to get stronger. They helped me how to get better. They helped me my form. They helped me improve whatever I needed to improve. And it was good. I felt good. I started working out every day. I started 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day. Sometimes I could be at the gym 3 hours a day. I know for some people might not be the case because you have children, you have jobs and stuff. But you get to a point where you're so confident with yourself and you're able to work out and you know what you're doing, that the time at the gym doesn't feel like a hassle. It doesn't feel like, oh, I have to go to the gym today. Oh, I don't know if I want to go. It feels like, oh, I'm going. Like, I'm building my body. And like I said before, your body is like a piece of art. You gotta sculpture it. You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure out what your body needs. You gotta figure out, like, hey, shoot, like, my legs hurt. Like, what do they need? my arms hurt, like I can't lift certain things, like what do I need to do? And that's what it is. It's, you gotta sculpture, you gotta build it. It's like a house. You can't just build the outside. You can't just build how you look. You can't just build what you're wearing. You gotta worry about the inside, how you look, how you feel. And if you build the house just the outside, no rooms or nothing, oh, it looks good from the outside. Everybody thinks, oh, it's a nice house, but they don't know what's going on in the inside. They don't know that it has no rooms. They don't know that it's not livable because there's no water, there's no lights or anything. Same thing with your body. If you're just building that, oh, I have all the nice clothes, I have the expensive glasses, expensive earrings, I got the best haircuts, my beard's all trimmed up, whatever. Cool, you look good in the outside, but are you feeling good though? Is that making you feel good? Do you need to keep on buying more stuff to feel good? Or if you build your body, if you start off building your cardio, building up the cardio, sculpture in the cardio, whatever, building up your muscles. I want to look better in my arms, my chest, my legs and stuff. It's the same thing as a house. You build the kitchen, and then if you have the kitchen, you're able to eat. You build the rooms, you're building the rooms, you're able to sleep. If you build the living room, you're able to spend that quality time with family. You build the restrooms, you're able to shower and do whatever you need to do. It's the same thing with your body. If you build your chest, you're able to push things more. You're able to, it helps your posture because your chest sticks out. If you build your back, it helps you prevent injuries. It helps you get stronger. It helps you keep your posture straight all the time and stuff. If you build your arms look good. And like for girls still think that if they go to the gym, they're gonna look big. No, you're not. You're not gonna get big. You don't know the amount of work you have to put in to get huge. You have to put in so much work to get big, and people have that concept that they're gonna go to the gym, they're gonna get big, and it's not true. And honestly, working out for me, weightlifting for me has helped me feel good. I've been feeling better. It helped me with my mental state. It helped me, gives me that sense of like, okay, I got something done. I can start on the new thing and the next thing. The excuse of I have to work and stuff. I work all day. As soon as I get out of work, whether I feel like it, whether I have the motivation or not, I go to the gym. It's on my way from work to the house. Even if it's minimum, I always tell myself minimum an hour in there. Whether you're just there, whether you're just doing the little cardio, whether you're just lifting the little weights, whatever, you're there. You're getting yourself there. And then from there I go home and do whatever I gotta do. Homework, school, reading, watching a show, hanging out with my family, talking to my girlfriend and stuff. But everything, you have to build that balance. You have to build that. And if you don't work out, you're not keeping up with yourself. And eventually your body's just going to give up on you because you didn't keep up with it. And, as we talk about all of this, and we just, we got to get ourselves to that point that we stop, listening to others. We stop, waiting for others to give us, that sense of, oh, yeah, you can do it. Or that sense of, you're lifting the small weights, why are you here? You should stop caring. Even if they do, like I said, people are not there to make fun of you or stuff. But if they do, because the people are there to make fun of you, there are people that don't know what they're doing, and they're just there to belittle others to make themselves feel better. But even if they do, who cares? Don't listen to them. Ignore them. I know I have friends that they're like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because people are looking at me and I don't want the guys to go up to me. Who cares? And just that's what weightlifting is, And as we're gonna wrap it up, just make sure, guys, weightlifting is super beneficial for you. Don't stop doing. Start doing it and don't stop doing it. Keep yourself, build that routine. I promise you, there's more benefits than downsides to it. And of course, there's downsides to everything. Everything has a downside. Don't let that be an excuse to getting yourself better and improving in your body. It was your boy Santi 11A. Don't forget to leave that like and subscribe down below. I'll see y'all next time.